So, gentlemen, ready for next year already?
Yep,
Yep.
we are. Mom.
I'm jealous. I've got way too much to do yet. You guys seeing the chat
What's
come
up,
through?
Dylan? What's
There
up,
you go.
Next Gen?
Hey, thanks for the heads up, Next Gen.
Yep, thank you.
This is my first collab live on YouTube, so kind of cool.
Yep, ours too.
I did one on StreamYard. I tried that, and our internet was too
What's
What's
up,
bad.
Ty?
Ty? Yeah, I just was the other way I was going to do it, but it looked a little more complicated than this.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a techie person, so trying to figure this stuff out is tough.
Go for it.
Yeah, Next Gen. I'll bet you are, considering I had to walk you through this here a couple weeks ago. PA, Matt, Ty,
What's up, PA?
how's everybody doing tonight? So you guys said you're ready for next year. How are you ready? What's going on? Everything? Traps are ready.
Most of them, yeah, all of them are ready, except we have to paint them, and
Power wash them and then paint them.
then we have to get some more stakes because Trapper Jay sent us some traps, and yeah, we just haven't got stakes for them yet.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of stakes you guys like using?
I think they're 18-inch long stakes.
Yeah.
Okay,
then-
rebar.
Yeah, rebar stakes.
Rebar.
Good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with rebar. I mean, I still use them for all my kill pulls and stuff for coyotes and everything. I really like them for that, especially.
Hunting stuff. What's up?
So how are you're spray painting traps then? Is that what you're thinking, or?
Yeah, just to make it,
Yeah.
just so we can see them.
Okay. Okay.
I picked blue.
Pick blue. Okay.
Yeah. What colors you pick, Cole?
I picked yellow.
Okay. Blue and yellow. And you're mostly on private ground then, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we are.
I thought. That's what I thought.
We haven't ever trapped any public ground.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be one thing if you are going to trap public ever. It makes you see them easier, but makes everybody else see them too. So that's something to really watch if you ever do venture out in something like that.
Okay.
But are you mostly just running dog proofs this year then?
Yeah. We're gonna try to run some footholds in some different places.
Okay. Mostly for coon, coyotes. What are you thinking?
I'd like to catch a coyote.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be
cool.
cool.
Okay. You guys haven't caught one yet, have you?
No.
Okay. What footholds do you have?
Dukes. We have Duke 550s.
Duke 550s? Yeah, that'll be a very solid trap for it, for sure.
Yeah, they're still in the box. We haven't even.
That's something I want to try doing this year too, if I can get some private ground just to.
We haven't even touched them yet.
What's that?
We haven't even touched them yet.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I was all gun ho on believe the hype. They got to be scent free. They got to have all the oil and grease removed off them. I was helping a guy here that lives in a town next to me. His first year trapping, he just bought a half dozen Duke number 2s, and they came in the mail that day. And I said, man, you got so much work to do to these. There's no way you're going to put them in the ground right away. And he goes, well, let me just set them. You show me how to make a set, and we'll set them. I think it was day 1, he caught a coyote. And then over the course of the next week, he caught like 2 more coyotes and a bobcat on traps that weren't died, that were completely out of the box. So, not saying that's the right way to do it, but, I've seen it work before. So, there's no real set rule of how things have to be done.
Yeah.
So, keep that in mind too. Okay. Oh, you got the whole family in here. I like it.
Yeah.
Coyote trapping ain't as much rocket science as some people try to make it.
How's it going? I'd trap that outdoors.
Yeah, you're right, Next Gen. I'd agree with you on that. Ruger, you've really never heard of the KISS rule?
Hi, Mom.
Okay, I was gonna say surely that's not just an Iowa thing. So you're going with blue and yellow for dog proofs.
Yeah.
How many you up to now?
I think 18 apiece.
Yeah.
Oh,
18.
nice. Okay. Okay. And Missouri's season, when does their season start? Because they just changed it here a couple years ago, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year, I think they extended it from March 1st to April 14th on private land. I think.
Okay. And when did it start for you guys?
To be honest, I don't know. I think
I don't know.
I don't know. I have to look that up.
Are you guys planning on hitting it right hard out of the gate then, right off the bat, or what are you thinking?
With school, I don't know if we can or not. But
Yeah, I knew with school and stuff, I didn't know if you're gonna do anything in the mornings or yeah, ask Dad.
so
Or if you're
Dad,
gonna wait for like Thanksgiving break or just weekends
yeah,
or
we definitely will over Thanksgiving and Christmas break,
Yeah.
and like mostly every weekend we'll try to get out and trap.
yeah.
I Pest Hunter Outdoors.
What's up?
Hey, Pest Hunter, how we doing, bud? But yeah, yeah, I definitely could tell you if you're wanting to hit a goal of a number, especially with raccoons, it's not a rule, but throughout the season they move less and less and less. So you want to hit them as hard right out of the bat as you can if you're wanting to catch something.
Yeah.
What exactly is your guys' goal? I know you told me before, but some people in here haven't heard it.
100.
100
100 each or total?
Total.
total.
I like it. I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and realistically, if in November, I think if you were to trap balanced from November, December, and January, realistically, if you trapped out on even splits, 70 to 75 of them, I think, would come from November. Just because they're all moving, they're all wanting to feed, they're really moving hard. And I know kind of where you're at in Missouri, so you get kind of cold. You get cold and snow too. So that mid season, that's tough. You get after Thanksgiving, get some snow on the ground. It can be kind of difficult. So I would definitely, if you can, and school's number one, obviously, but if you get a chance to early season, that's when you want to hit the cream of those numbers if you can.
All right. Yeah, I heard you talking about that, or it was either you or Next Gen talking about that the other night.
I don't know who it was.
Early season, because you said they started stopped moving as much after the first snow.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no rule to anything, and that's what people don't understand is, oh, you won't catch a coon if there's snow on the ground. You can, it's just way harder. You have to get a lot closer to them. But I mean,
Yeah.
come that November, for us, November 4th this year, or November 6th, I can't remember which one. But I'm hitting it hard out of the gate because once we get snow on the ground for us, it's really tough until they start breeding there towards after Christmas. So
Yeah.
that's why, I've had several people in my videos, they see me that first 2 weeks and they're like, man, you're going to catch 5,000 of them. And like, you guys don't understand, it's going to die off and drop a lot. So that's why you got to, as you grow, you guys will learn that. You'll figure out tricks and strategies and things that work for you. Some of the stuff that you'll hear from me and a couple others, you're going to be like, that didn't work at all for me, but this worked. Well, find out exactly what works for you guys and stick with it. I'm looking forward to this. I want to see you guys hit 100. That's going to be great.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I found some arrowheads on our farm, and
Really?
yeah, here's one of them.
Wow.
So
You guys
I think it's
What's
a
that?
tool of some sort.
You guys find quite a bit of stuff like that?
Yeah.
We do.
Then there's another one.
That's an ad. I think.
That's an
is what
ad.
it's called.
That's crazy. Supposedly we got stuff like that around us, but I've never found anything like that.
Yeah, and then I found this. It's a base of something.
Wow.
And then-
I trapped that. We trapped because mainly to keep, because our turkey population's really
I
low,
found that.
so we try to trap and keep the turkey population up.
Thanks, Yeti Mountain. And then this one.
Yeah, I found my first base the other day.
I have some more up in the basement, but I already showed you all in a different live.
Wow, that's crazy. So was there just like kind of a small Native American city there, or what, back in the day?
Yeah,
Or is it just a
there
big
was
river?
definitely Indians lived on our place.
You probably know this, but they would take a rock like this and something like this, and they would chip at it. And then you can kind of see the flaking off of it,
Yeah.
where they flaked it off. Or something like this to make this. They would flake it off
Yeah.
to a perfect shape and nice and sharp.
How long do you think that takes them to make?
Probably
I don't know.
a full
I really don't
like how
know,
big of
honestly.
one?
I
Like,
don't know. I'm saying I'd lose patience after 10 minutes. I'm just saying.
So that's the way with me. I honestly lose patience looking for them after 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I did find my first base the other day, but
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, the only thing we've got around here is we've got a bunch of like old homesteads along the river that are all gone, but the foundation's there, and you get floods and stuff, and it'll wash out more dirt, and you'll see more old foundations. It's pretty cool.
Does any one of them? does any people up there have metal detector on them?
Not that I know of, but that's something I've been really wanting to get into.
yeah, metal
Yeah,
detect.
I have a metal detector. It's just one I just get bored and I go look.
Yeah, I've got
Homesteads that we have.
one spot the water washed away, and there's actually an oven with horseshoes inside of it. Like, it's pretty cool. Makes you wonder though, like, why'd he leave so
That's
quick?
cool.
It was pretty neat. I love that old stuff. That I'm very old soul. I love that.
Yeah, I do too. I like
So
that
see.
old. Yeah, I like the old antique stuff.
I'll have to send you some pictures next time I'm out wandering the woods.
I love antique shops and all of them.
Next gen, I did not see that. And see, next gen, don't tell people I was in your room. 16 Bridger number 3. Oh, nice, PA. Yeah, my cousins found like,
Yeah,
I mean, he would find 60 or 70 a year, arrowheads and stuff.
goodness.
I mean, he was big. That's just what he did all spring.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
But I don't see many people around here doing anything like that now.
Third.
Pet Center, yeah, they got a nice little back screen there. I like it.
Yeah, one of our friends that my dad works with gave it to us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Show me the shirts, guys. Crap.
Mine isn't in the best condition right now.
Yeah. We're
I
getting
like
ones that are screen printed.
That's awesome.
Because I
Those-
wore this shirt a
Got
lot.
a raccoon on the sleeve, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
This
And
thing, yeah, this
mine
thing is
has
not in
something on
too
the
good
back.
of conditions.
Yeah,
I've worn it a lot though.
that's why you have shirts. I had
Yeah.
a guy ask me today, one of the guys in my lives, I actually went and did his roof. And he's like, "You wear one of those all the time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've got like 25 of them." So that's kind
Are they
of
all orange?
What's that?
Are they all orange?
I've got some black ones and a few green,
Yeah,
but
that's
the orange
cool.
ones make me look skinnier. So make me feel better about myself. But you guys have a pretty big garden too, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
I think I seen that on your mom's Facebook. Now, is that your boys'
Playing
job
for
to take care of that?
3x.
What's that?
Is that your boys' job to take care of that?
Yeah, he likes helping out
Yeah.
with Papa Daryl. I don't.
I
What all
like
you
I do
tilling it.
stuff with Dad.
I like tilling it.
like tilling it?
Telling it.
Get all the weeds out. Keep the weeds out.
Say what, I'll just hire you and come up here and you can take care of ours.
Okay. I would do it.
Yeah, and then I've been helping water. We just put up a flagpole not too long ago. Have you saw it yet? Did you see
I
it
haven't.
on Mom's Facebook page? I think she put it on there.
What all you got this year out there?
In the garden.
Yeah.
We got tomatoes, cantaloupe,
Peppers.
peppers, green beans, cucumbers,
Potatoes.
We just put potatoes in this year. This
Nice.
first we put potatoes in. Which is
My wife's huge, like, cucumber person. She loves those things.
yeah. So does Mom.
I like peppers.
Yeah. What kind? Just bell pepper?
Red ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been on a
And green ones.
jalapenos.
and then we put in pumpkins. We've been putting pumpkins in this since we started. That's what originally it was, but then it turned into a garden.
I can't believe it, but every single pumpkin we planted came up.
Really?
Everything that we put in there came up.
Yeah. And then we have some sunflowers and some wildflowers.
Yeah.
You must have some really good soil down there then.
Yeah.
We do.
See, we live on an old strip mine.
Ketone diet.
Ruger. I came off the wagon one day last night and had a lot of pizza and chicken from Pizza Ranch, and by a lot I mean probably about 12 thighs and a pizza.
You can't beat a pizza.
But you know what? I made it a day, and I'm back on the wagon now, so we're fine. But yeah, it's and that's because my wife leaves for Florida today, so last night was our last family night.
That's cool.
So, yeah, she convinced me to go to Pizza Ranch. I'm pretty sure it's actually me who convinced her, but it sounds better if I say she did it.
That's funny.
Yeah, Matt Camera puts on about 50 for me, so that's all I can say.
Yeah, we got a GoPro Hero 8 Black.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about them, but I've heard people say that the batteries die really, really quick.
The what?
The batteries die real quick.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do.
the GoPros?
I've heard people say
Yeah.
it.
Do they?
That is very true. My GoPro battery will last. If it's cold, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, I've heard that. People saying when it's cold.
Yeah, if it's like right now, I don't know what, I probably got an hour worth.
That's okay.
I actually tried filming it duck hunting. Was it last year? Well, I didn't have it put anywhere warm, and it got cold. It got like 35 degrees. And by the time I turned it on, it was down to 40%, and it was on for like 3 minutes.
So the cold will just kill it without even being on?
Yep. So
What about the
what I
hot?
actually started doing was, you saw me use that mono stick quite a bit, but a lot of times, most of the times actually, I'm just holding my GoPro in my hand, and then when I'm done, I put it in my pocket, because then it, my actual pants pocket will keep it warm enough that I don't have much issues. But you definitely want to keep it. Don't just let it sit in the cold or in the box of the truck or anything like that. It'll zap it quick.
Yeah, I wear bibs when I'm trapping anyways.
Yeah,
So.
I do too.
Do you have a case on yours?
No, I don't. There's a waterproof case you can get. I tried it, but it really buffered the sound.
Yeah, I bet it did, like the water.
Yeah, I know you can get, an actual microphone and Bluetooth it, and I'm not smart enough for that.
Yeah, we got microphones right now that we're using.
Oh, nice! Look at you guys roll.
Yeah, we got.
And it has a clip on it where you can clip it onto your shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, but I
And
don't
then
know how.
I clip it and then I tuck it in my shirt. You can't see it.
Yeah.
And it makes the sound quality. I think it makes it better.
Oh, I'm sure it couldn't hurt for sure. But I think for what you guys are doing, the GoPros are really good.
Yeah.
Kind of like, was I talking? I think it was with your mom, maybe on my live about you guys going prairie dog hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
are.
was about to. She said she'd rather eat snakes than prairie dogs.
Yeah, that was on my live a couple nights ago, wasn't it?
That was Monday night.
Yeah, Monday.
I was
No.
watching, and then
Yeah,
that's when
but
I
like
went to
for
bed.
filming that, I mean, you're not gonna see stuff.
Yeah.
if
I
you
went to
think-
bed that night.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I should have gone to bed that night.
Yeah, it was like 12. It was like 11.
I think I closed it down at like 12:30. So
Yeah, I ended up falling asleep. I was tired.
I don't blame you.
I fell asleep watching your live.
Thanks.
It wasn't boring. I was just tired. I
Thanks.
swear.
No, you're good, buddy. PA got 9 boards at the PTA for $40. That's awesome, man. That's not bad at all. What is that, about $3.44 a piece?
Are those
I'd
like
check
fleshing
that out.
boards he's talking about?
What's that?
Are them fleshing boards he's talking about?
No, that's gonna be boards
like-
to for
Got it.
Oh.
I've never heard of cold water batteries. I'd trap that outdoors. That's interesting.
See you, Pest Hunter.
All right, take care, bud. Oh yeah, 444. That's what it was. Not 344.
Yeah, because you said don't take them out because they won't zoom in as far as the GoPros.
Yeah, they don't zoom at all, I don't believe.
They don't.
Mine doesn't. Or maybe it does and I just don't know it. I don't know.
I don't know how you would.
How do you get the footage off of it and like to upload it and edit it and stuff?
So what I do, it's got that mini SD card you put in it.
Yeah.
So
I
I
use-
got it's actually one of these that plugs into my wife's iPad.
Oh, I got one too for
Yep.
for checking trail cameras. Do you have to have an adapter, or does it go in that little hole?
It'll go in the little one. I've got an actual adapter because I think maybe this one didn't work, but I've got the bigger SD card that the little one slides into. That
So
we'll put
like
in the.
yeah, so like this hole.
Yep. But I think that one will work. I don't think you'll need an adapter. Just there's something wrong with this one, I think. I don't remember. I've got like 3 of these before I found one that fit my wife's iPad.
Then a zoom next gen said, but it don't make enough difference. Okay. So if I do film, I'll just film with my iPad because it does zoom, or I'll use my mom's phone or something.
If you're for what?
Going
Prairie
prairie
dog
dog
hunting.
hunting.
Oh,
iPad
yeah.
zoom. They zoom pretty far.
Yeah, and that's just that's probably the only weakness I see in the GoPros is
It's
Yeah.
not zooming. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many times I've tried filming something and I can see it when I'm holding the camera over there, and then I put on here and it's like, what am I looking at? Like
yeah.
I can see with my naked eye better than I can at 30 yards through the camera, especially if it's
Yeah.
a raccoon tail sticking up or something to show something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but that GoPro, what you're doing for trapping, being, you're going to be within 15, 20 feet of whatever you're doing, it's going to work great. So are you guys both going to be like in the clip? Or are you going to one of you hold it each time and rotate through, or what you thinking?
Probably rotating.
Yeah. Whoever catches whatever, the other person will be filming, so then we can do whatever.
I don't blame you. I'll tell you what,
what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, I got that little, it's like a periscoting stick, and I just wired a trap stake to it for me, so I can stick it in the ground and it works great.
It's a trap stake.
Yeah, it's just a rebar trap stake is all I have wired to the side of that thing. All the videos where you see me putting it down in the ground and me walking up, it's not even wired, it's zip tied.
That's redneck.
That's me. That is me in a nutshell. But I mean, it was like 2 months before I sold my white truck, I realized I could change the volume of the radio on the back of the steering wheel. I had that truck for 6 years. I never knew that. Like, I'm very simple. Very simple.
What's up, Bushman? Good to see you too.
Yeah, Ruger, trapping, fishing, and arrowheads, all that stuff would be great. Really, PA? I did not know that. Absolutely, Ellen. Whatever works. That's what matters. There's a lot of, and you guys will figure that out. Don't always give in to the next best thing. Figure out what works for you guys. I see so many people, especially people just starting off, that say this works for you, but everybody's switching to this bait. It has to be this bait, and then a bunch of, or traps, even this brand of traps, and just everybody flocks to that. Well, if you have something that's working already, stick with it.
Yeah.
Just it's crazy how many people just want to follow the newest best thing. All right, next gen, you take care, buddy.
See you, bud.
He actually went live the other night.
Yeah, I watched him for a little bit too.
Was that his first live ever?
No, it was the second.
I can't remember if his first one got bombarded or not by trolls, but I know he wasn't doing another one again until he figured out the moderators, how to make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thankful that you helped me out get moderators, because one of the lives that, or whenever Trevor J rated us, I got a lot of spam stuff.
Yeah, and you will, just because he has a bigger following, and I think those spam people find the biggest group of people and jump onto them. So
Yeah.
yeah, actually, when I first got hit with that, I didn't know what to do. It was coming in so fast that I couldn't even read something anybody said anything because it was gone in the chat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And Trapper J actually ended up calling me. He's like, dude, you got to add moderators. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know what that is. But yeah, no, he saved my rear end, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good, especially for you guys being young. You need them in.
I'm glad I got this figured out to where we can go live with each other now.
Yeah, it was awesome. I didn't know, because this is a new feature. I haven't actually tried this one, but I've tried that StreamYard.
Yeah.
And that was terrible.
You said you never.
I looked into it because I thought about using that, and then I didn't realize that this was a thing, and I went to go live, or I was looking into it because whenever we messaged each other and said we were going to go live, I was looking into different ways to go live with other people, and then I saw this way, and then I thought it was pretty easy, and I hadn't tried it out until whenever we went live.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't realize. Hopefully, it was pretty easy to do then, because I might have to try this sometime.
It is real simple.
Yeah, it is.
I did the one with StreamYard once, and everybody else, I got a couple coyote guys in there because we were talking coyotes, and they could talk and stuff, but my internet just like crashed, and I wasn't even part of it. So I closed it out, or so I thought, and then I looked on my phone, was sitting there eating popcorn, and I'd left, but the other two people were still talking on my channel amongst themselves. Like, I thought I closed it down, but apparently I didn't. Older bro is pretty dang techie.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's my boy too. Ellen, don't feel bad. That's 100%. So what? You've got a goal of 100. Sitting at about 18 traps apiece, so that is very, very doable. What was your guys' first catch, or what really lit your fire to want to do this goal?
It was a raccoon with my grandpa. He basically he got some traps. I think he got like half a dozen.
Yeah.
And we went and set some out one night, or one afternoon, I mean. And then the next morning we caught like 3 coons and 6 traps, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And then I just like trapping ever since. And
Yeah.
then that Christmas we ended up getting 3 apiece.
Yeah. We started from 3. Now we have 18 each.
Yeah.
I started a 3 too. That's my first traps. I was 3 of them. 3 Duke 1.5s.
Ours was 3 Duke dog proofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat those dog proofs. They are very, very efficient.
Yeah.
Traps. You're not going to beat them. So do you guys have any? So we talked about this year a little bit. You're wanting to go after 100. Any other
Yeah.
goals other than raccoons for it? You said you want to catch a coyote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all. I just like to catch a coyote. I don't really have any like goals for coyotes. I just like my goal, I guess, is just catching a coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't blame you. And are you pretty much going to be doing most of this on land then? Is what you're planning? Because I know you got a creek by you, but it really fluctuates, right?
Yeah.
Well, I got a river that butts up. We have a river that butts up against our property, and it like Dad said before, one morning or it'll be up and down 8 feet
Yeah.
some days.
Yeah.
There's some beaver slides that are kind of easy to get down, but getting up is hard.
So one day the trap might be legal, and the next day it might not.
Yeah.
Because
I understand that. So, what I mean, actual it'll fluctuate a solid 8 foot, or is that just kind of like a lot? You mean
that's like maximum.
Yeah.
So realistically, would there be maybe a high bank trail above where that high water line is that they're walking?
The banks are like straight down,
Yeah. They're like, some of them are like straight up,
but
some of them like that.
there are trails like up above the bank.
Yeah.
And stuff.
You get where that bank comes up and hits this T of the plane, right
Yeah.
in here, you're gonna find those trails winding through the trees, and that would be a really good spot. I mean, if I was you guys, especially being down there, I'd be putting some cable restraints on that because that's where you have chance. I'm not sure if you're in good bobcat country, but that's where you're gonna pick up some bobcats, some fox, a lot of coon. You know, the potential's there. Those high banks will catch everything coming down that.
All right, I'll look into some cable restraints. Are they pretty easy to make?
I've never made an actual cable restraint. I'm not real familiar with the laws for Missouri. Here it's snares, and I use lethal snares, but I couldn't even begin to tell you how that stuff works for you guys. Trapper J would be a good one to ask on that.
What's up, Otter?
What's up?
Yeah, like my mom said. What's that?
I forgot about the chat. We were talking.
Yeah, I just looked down and happened to see Otter say howdy. Like Mom said, we are pretty close to a dam. Upstream, it's what? I don't even know how close it'd be.
Oh.
5 miles maybe upstream is a dam.
Miles. Yeah.
Like it's beaver dams or like man-made.
It's the secondary dam for Salt River.
Yeah.
Okay.
See
Mark,
what we are? We have the Clarence Cannon Dam where the Mark Twain Lake is, and then Salt River's on the other side of it, and then 10 miles downstream is the Rerec Dam.
Yeah.
And that's like a small dam for the last section.
Mm-hmm.
And then it dumps into the Mississippi.
If your water fluctuates that much, honestly, it's in my opinion wouldn't be worth messing with. But I'll tell you what, that would make those high banks very, very appealing. I think I would definitely be looking at that, especially if you got some trees. So you got the bank up here? Is there some trees before it's like the field edge?
Yeah, it's like all trees along the river.
Yeah, like going down, starting to get close to like where it dumps off like that. There's some trees like back. It's like a big line of trees.
I think like every part of Salt River is trees.
Yeah.
The whole bank is trees.
At least on our farm.
You start finding some of those little saplings that trail goes between them about this far apart. You throw, I'm not sure what's your laws with body grips down there. Are you
Like-
able to set them
Like
down?
conibears? Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking about? 155
Yeah.
is the biggest
Honestly, I thought you could throw some 155s on them if you had any, and you'd still catch coon. Well, the 155 is smaller, I thought. Well, I'm thinking 160s. We talked about this the other day, I think.
one. They're 4, I think. 4-inch.
That'd be tough. But
And then,
the strength for sure would catch anything right where the trails go through the trees.
I think they're 5-inch actually. I think 155s are 5-inch, 5x5s.
I
160.
remember we talked about it, and somebody commented on it and said,
Yeah, because I was in there whenever we were talking about y'all were talking about that.
Yeah.
But I think 160s is 6-inch, and then it's 220, 7 or 8. I don't know.
7, I think.
I don't know honestly.
"Oh, Matt, thank you, Matt. That's right. Yeah, they can't have entanglement. Yeah, boy, it'd be tough. I mean, those trails will work no matter what you throw in them. I mean, if do you guys have any footholds at all? Yeah, you said you did. You got the
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have
Duke
we have a
550.
half a dozen 550s
Those Duke
apiece.
550s. You blind set those in those trails too. It'd be just as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Missouri, you guys got some tough laws down there.
Yeah,
I'd
we do.
struggle.
Wait, can you all put conibears on land there?
Can we put conibears on land? Oh, I saw you were reading that I was trying to see what you're reading. Yeah, we can go up to a size 220 on dry land. So
We
that's
can't
kind
have conibears, can we?
155s. That's what we were just talking about, bud. 155s is the biggest.
that's kind of my bread and butter. I mean, what I like to use. I obviously use a lot of dog proofs, but that's just because I can't run the conibears because they're so close to houses and areas, or the trail's not funneled down enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. But if I can legally and ethically set a 220, I'm doing it. The trail looks for it every time. That's my go-to. Dead out of the way, works out well.
What kind of fish do you use for your pocket sets?
If I make a pocket set, I used to use Jack Mackerel from Walmart. You get a can of Jack Mac. At the time I was doing it, the heavy is like 79 cents. Now it's like probably $2, but you can make
Goodness.
20 sets out of it if you want to. But, otherwise, if I were you guys right now, you guys go out, start catching some bluegill and stuff,
Yeah.
start cutting them up, throw them in the freezer.
Yeah. We need to clean up some bluegill in our pond because we used to have probably 300 bluegill in there,
Yeah.
and they would just make babies like so much, and then it would get so bad.
Yeah.
And then we put
hunted.
catfish in there, and they cleaned them up a little bit. We still
Yeah.
have bluegill in there though.
Oh yeah, they'll take over a pond pretty easy.
Yeah. And they're probably about that wide.
Yeah.
We ate one. Or my grandpa did. I didn't.
Just one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to try it. Yeah, me and Cole.
It was
ate
probably you can't see because it's too wide, but probably like that big.
How big was it?
Probably like
Pat,
that
if you get some flop, okay, bud.
Oh, that catfish was like 3 pounds.
big.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 pounds.
Little bro. No, big bro's the bluegill catcher, Mom. Well, I'm actually the crappie catcher also. Tell him about the crappie you caught the other day.
Oh, we went to. He has a youth group, and he does this every year. We go to one of our friends' ponds or lakes. He has ginormous crappies and
Big bass too.
big bass too. He caught like what was he thinking?
1 year
A
I
7-pounder?
No, it was upper 5s, low 6s,
Yeah.
maybe. I never weighed it.
Probably 5.5 pounder. And then the next year, that was last year. So this year we went there, and
Last week.
it was last week probably, and then I went up there. I tied on a beetle spinner bait, green one, and I threw it out there. It was my favorite place to crappie fish, and I threw it out there, reeled it in, and then I felt it, and then I reeled it in, and then it was like it went up to like right here.
Wow.
He's dragging this story on forever. I didn't know if it was ever going to end.
I love crappie fishing. We don't have a lot of good ponds around here anymore.
Yeah, I like crappie fishing too.
I like bass fishing the best.
And then my dad caught one. It was
16.
16. Mine was 15. So I thought I had her beaten, but guess not.
I'm a cat fisherman.
I'm starting to become
That's
one.
the ultimate thing.
Yeah.
Ever was. It's hard to believe, but believe it or not, once trapping's over, I'm pretty lazy. I like to just sit there on the bank, throw something out in the water, and just kind of sit there and relax.
Well, if you like doing that, you should make some cane poles and throw them out there, and then wait for about a day, and then come back, put probably a bluegill head on them, and then throw it out there, and then come back the next day, kind of close to the bank, and then you might have a turtle or something, catfish.
I catch a lot of turtles. I was actually hoping to do actual turtle trapping this year, but this and stuff has been. Yeah.
Momo, long story long, right?
Lori.
And no, you're not the catfish king, Dad.
Yeah, even I know that. Oh, sure. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, half dozen Duke 550s, 18 each dog proofs. Yeah, you're gonna be set up. I need to start getting my stuff in order. You just wait, guys. Life goes by so quick, and every day gets shorter and shorter.
A couple days ago, we made a video, and we were going to catfish, and we used this hot dog bait. It's Kool-Aid and like red pepper. What is it? Red pepper.
Yeah, red cayenne pepper and cherry Kool-Aid.
And then we cut up some hot dogs that were cooked already, and we threw them in the bag, probably pieces like little pieces like that. Threw them in the bag. There's probably 25 of them, and then we put a package of Kool-Aid in them, and then we put this red pepper seasoning stuff in it, and then we put it in a bag and we shook it, and then it smelled really weird, and then we put it on his pole, and we threw it out there, and it fell off, so we said heck it and dumped it all in the pond, and then I caught a bluegill. I chopped its head off, and then we put it on there, the hook, on my grandpa's pole. It's like a catfish pole, and then we threw it in there, and then we caught a painted, and then he didn't have the bluegill head. He didn't have the bluegill head completely destroyed, so we threw it back in out there, waited probably 15 minutes, and then the bobber went, oh, it started going out to the middle of the pond, and then Austin went up there and then set the hook and reeled, and then I was down already on the bank by now, and so I dip netted him. We have this net, and I dip netted him.
No kidding, Mom.
And then we got him, and then we drug him up onto the grass. The banks are pretty steep. They're like probably that steep.
Yeah.
And then we got him up there, and then it was we tried to catch him He's been in there for probably 3 years, and we've caught. And how many have we caught? Probably 30, 36 snapping
caught,
turtles out of
I
there.
don't know, 37,
36. It was 36.
36 in 1 year.
Wow.
And then
We didn't catch him until this year.
the funny story is one time we were catching a bunch and we just wanted to experiment something. So they took a drill and drilled a hole in the end of the snapping turtle shell and put a black zip tie in it and cut the end of it off. And then we went and dumped it in a creek about 2 miles away from the pond. And then
The first snapping turtle we catch
that was
this year, it had a black zip tie in
you're
it.
skipping part of the story. Then the next year we caught the exact same turtle. First one we caught that year. And then this year, the first turtle we caught was the same turtle we caught 2 times before that.
And we dumped him in the river.
Yeah.
And he came back.
Yeah.
Papa was guessing it was a female because they
You hit like hot dogs with Kool-Aid and pepper. I would not be fishing. I'd be eating.
I don't know if you want to eat that stuff.
It didn't smell too good.
You guys remember McChickens that sit in my truck for like 3 days during trapping season until I eat them. So I'm hoping I'm going to be like the last ones with the cockroaches.
Hey, McDonald's food will sit anywhere for about a year and
Yeah,
it'll be still
I know.
fine. So
The mayo
McDonald's,
can.
I don't like their cheeseburgers are good, but we had some. Mom brought home some Wendy's cheeseburgers, and they were way better than McDonald's because McDonald's are greasy. I don't like greasy cheeseburgers.
How dare you insult McDonald's? No, you're right.
Good.
No, I their cheeseburgers are okay. Their fries are really, really good though.
That's my weakness, McDonald's fries.
You don't like McDonald's fries?
Oh, I love them. That's my weakness.
Oh.
Wendy's, KFC. Y'all have KFC up there?
Oh yeah, we got KFCs.
I don't like KFC at all.
No, we don't want prairie dog.
Ooh, pizza with a prairie dog topping. I like it.
Mom loves prairie dogs.
Your mom's gonna eat one.
I'm trying to. All right. Mom I could hear her upstairs going, ew.
She loves prairie dogs. The crunchiness of them.
Right, with some gravy.
On top of it.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, and ketchup.
All right, I'm putting a link to that
and
video
mustard.
in the bio, so if y'all haven't seen it yet, then
Not
here's the Big
eat
Ricky.
Them. Just
Here's the Big Ricky video where we catch the.
Why do we have a yellow crown by Trapping Bros?
Because it's our.
Oh.
Yeah, it's our comment, so.
Yeah, your dad doesn't have one, so he's not the king.
Good one.
Oh shoot! I'll tell you what, guys. The season's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys started looking into getting more, or how much ground are you guys trapping on?
Here at our place, we trap probably. How big is this place? Like
600 and something
like
acres.
600 acres. And then we trap down at my grandparents' house quite a bit, and they have a feed lot near their house that we trap. And we caught like 2 or 3 coons one morning.
And then we caught 2
with like 6 traps there.
Then we caught 2 skunk. When was that? This year, last year we caught 2 skunks. Last year we caught 2. We caught some coons, and then we caught 2 skunks, and then I touched it with my glove, and then and then I stepped in the ring, the circle, ring circle or whatever it's called.
Well, those
And
things.
I got skunk stuff on my boots, and then I got in the truck,
That was the worst
and
smell
then
I've
it
ever
smelled,
smelled.
and then he complained because it smelled like that for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Was it?
they're my trapping gloves. I mean, I didn't want them to smell like skunk. I mean, they were trapping gloves.
I mean,
but,
how
like,
else am I gonna get him
I
out
didn't really
there?
want them smelling like skunk.
How else am I gonna get him out there?
He just grabs them by the back like this, and
Said,
he's
look,
over standing in the
Realize
circle.
they skunk sprays. Yeah, you don't want it on you, but same time when you go get that skunk out, you got to remember where he sprayed, what direction, and where the wind was blowing it, because if it sprayed straight up and you walk from the downwind side, you
gonna
might as well
get
just sprayed. Yeah, that's
what I trap. You like the smell of it?
Yeah,
oh
I remember when you your wife videoed that video of you extracting the essence of the skunk. She's over there holding her nose.
feel about that. I'm still paying for that one.
That was quite a while ago.
Who's
Too.
Ladybug?
Mark,
Luna.
summer's running out fast, man. I got to start getting my rear end in gear.
Yeah.
Every time I think I'm winding down on getting roofs and siding done, I'm hitting another one, and it's like, hey. But yeah, I hopefully got some big plans this year too. So I'll just have to wait and see how the water does and everything else. But got all your traps dipped, Ty? Awesome. Ruger, um, pay bills. I am actually hopefully gonna have my new truck paid off here by the end of the summer, so that's kind of my plan. That'd be kind of nice. But no, pay bills. My wife's still on me about finishing the basement. If we're not gonna end up moving, which might still be a possibility yet, we're not sure. So no, nice PA. Yeah. You can rack up some money pretty quick, fellas. You start buying trapping gear. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, we got a pretty good deal on our. Well, actually, it was a heck of a deal on our Z trap. So
It was, what was it, like
we got
for
it was
14?
$45 for 6 traps.
Yeah, on
Okay.
Z traps.
A piece.
Nice.
He said he'd do 90 for 12.
Yeah, we bought them. Didn't we buy 14? Or did we buy 12?
12. You bought 6,
So,
and then I bought 6. And then,
going back to your land, you said you got basically 2 or 3 good farms that you're trapping on.
yeah, 2
Yeah.
for sure. And I think we might expand maybe more this year.
Yeah.
And
I'm hoping
Maybe trap on some different.
I strongly would encourage you. It's kind of tough. You guys don't have license yet, but if mom or dad have some time, go around, start talking to some farmers that are close by. Because I mean, like in my area, I'm not tooting the horn of my location, but I'm in one of the top coon locations. Like we have so many of them running around, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know you guys have a good population of them, but for me to catch 100 coons just because of our locations, it'd be tough, really tough. So if your amount of locations, because you've got the traps and you guys know what you're doing, your only issues are going to be your time that you're able to put into trapping and number the locations and number the amount of ground you have to cover. So, if you got your strengths with traps and everything else, you take these numbers that are down here, which is maybe perhaps the amount of locations you got, bring that up because you're only as strong as your weakest link. Your season depends on what you're weakest on. That's with every level, everything in life really. But you find what your weakness is and you make that your strength. The following year, 2 years ago it was your strength is now your weakness. Now you make that your strength. It's just kind of a snowballing effect. And I would encourage you
Yeah.
guys to if you guys could pick up 2 or 3 more farms of, something close to home, Because your dad grew up in the area, right? I mean, that's found.
No,
No,
No.
not really.
no, no, it wasn't. No, this was, yeah.
But if you guys, I mean, reach out some local farmers, especially being a couple young kids, you got a lot better shot than I would of getting that. But yeah, I would, if you can pick up a couple more farms, I think you guys are going to soar past that 100 mark, no problem. I mean, if you look at Next Gen last year, his goal was 6 or 8, and he almost doubled it because he had that much location mapped out.
You got a different farms and that kind of stuff.
I mean, he's all road line like I am, but my biggest weakness on my line is locations. I need to run out of locations before I run out of time of year, before I run out of equipment. I run out, and that's for a couple of years. It's been my weakest. My other 2 points were pretty high, but this has been way down here. So I'm building it up and trying to get better and better. But like I said, it's just one of those things. I really think it'd help you guys out.
Yeah, I think it would too.
Yeah, Mom said right there, you got a neighbor that possibly would. Hey, Teddy, how we doing? Sorry, I was talking too much, and we probably missed a lot of
Who's
the
that
data.
dude?
Oh, Anderson's.
Yeah, who's that Waldo?
Oh,
Vicky and Teddy are in here. So that will be my task that I give to you for the summer.
getting more locations.
More farms. I know things for mom and dad driving you around too, and more time. But you guys 100, I think you're very, very capable of it. You guys know what you're doing. Now you just got to get out there and put in the homework beforehand. Know where those traps are going to go ahead of time.
Yeah.
And when you got probably spots now for the last couple of years where where you're going to catch a raccoon, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of down close to the river, down in the bottoms. That's what we call them.
Yeah, we just found that area this year.
Yeah, we did.
That
And
was the first time we ever trapped down there, actually.
I remember one time I caught a coon. It was by a big old what is it called? A sycamore, big old sycamore tree.
Okay.
In the woods. Caught it right by to the left of it.
Just so you said you found that location this year.
Yeah.
Was that something you guys have overlooked or drove past and not seen it?
No, we just never trapped down there before, ever.
Okay.
It was, well, we never really trapped down there.
Yeah, we
just started trapping down there this year.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a really good spot this year.
I DM'd you earlier this last season, and I asked you what set, or like something about what bait to use down by
Rivers.
wherever. You said DP with cat food.
I'm just thinking. So I do this on my line all the time. I have those spots where I know where I'm going. Every single year, I know I'm going to catch coon here. I'm going to catch them there.
Yeah.
But don't be tunnel vision where you have to go and only there, because actually it was this last season. I grew up on this road. I was your guys' ages riding the bus, young, and I've trapped my whole trapping career. And just this year, I found a culvert where I think I caught 2 skunks and 3 coon on them that I'd never seen a day before in my life. So don't ever think this is the only spot. Continue to always search around and look around, and you'll find in more locations, and you'll get better at identifying what to look for those locations. Like anything tall, standing, anything that stands out to you guys. I'm sure you guys see it now, probably going to telephone poles or.
Yeah.
We actually saw a coon the other day do the same thing.
Yeah, it was by It was by a telephone pole, and then we saw it out in the road, and then it was a telephone pole by weeds. So
Yeah.
it was in the road, and it crossed the road. It went into the weeds, and you could see it had a really good strong path through game trail through into the weeds and by the telephone pole, and I think it went into like a bean field or something.
And I'll tell you what, if that trail is good now, it's going to be phenomenal during season.
Yeah.
Which that's public ground, and I don't know if you boys want to venture off onto that yet.
It's off
Hey,
a gravel road. What's
glad
up,
you made it in
KW?
here. I text here. I seen it across my screen, but I was talking, so I couldn't help you out, buddy. But glad you made it in here, Don. AKW's in here. How we doing? But yeah, that's something you can't buy experience. You can't train experience. As you boys learn, you'll uncover so much just by experience and start figuring out what to look for and where, which is going to be probably slightly different than what I would look for.
Yeah.
Just because we are, several hundred miles apart. So yeah, I'm looking forward to your guys' season. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
This type of stuff that gets me pumped up for season makes me go out to the shop and start getting stuff ready. Then I realize it's 120 degrees outside. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have any otter or anything running around down there?
Occasionally we'll see an otter or two.
Like,
We had our fishing pond we had otters in it, but at one time.
Really, that's not good.
The other day, we saw what was it, an otter running?
Yeah.
By a tree.
One time we were going to school like a month or so ago, and it was down in the bottoms, and we just saw an otter running across the field. It was just like jogging across the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got a question for Iowa? What do you mean? Are you asking?
Tina, we are from Missouri, northeastern Missouri.
Yeah, I know Tina, and I trust her on here. I would suggest never give an exact location for you boys.
No, I just tell everyone, whoever asks, I just say northeast Missouri.
Yep,
I don't say
all kinds of people that try tracking me down, and several have. They've tracked down. Matter of fact, I've had people send me pictures of my house before, which is creepy.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it is.
So they sent a picture of your house?
Yeah, they found the county I was in, looked it up online, so time to go down the road.
Otter said, "Come down here and you will see an otter set in a recliner."
Surprised Otter ain't teasing me about Oreos.
He's got a behave.
I'm surprised he's not teasing me about the Oreo thing.
See, Otter's got to behave. As soon as I saw him pop in here, I'm like, yes, I like this. He's gonna behave tonight. But yeah, Otter, if I come down there, then you're gonna have to pull up another one because you're gonna have company in the recliner next to you.
Oreos and Reese's peanut butter cups. I like Oreos. I'm just allergic to peanut butter. So
yeah, I love both.
People tell me
especially Oreos.
You're allergic to peanuts?
Yeah, seriously.
And peanut butters. And what in peanut butter?
I just can't eat it. I can be around it. I just can't eat it.
Man, I feel bad for you because my life the purpose was Reese's for a while.
That's what everyone tells me. I'm missing out on Reese's.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely it. BA? No, but he's welcome to come up here. I'm doing good though. I haven't had any sweets or anything for a few days now, so no, I'm just trying to lose some weight for season because I'm really hoping if I don't do my, I don't know if I've actually officially said this or not, but I'm hoping to leave the state on opener to go after muskrats in big numbers. I want to chase muskrats
Muskrat.
with
I've never
thousands.
seen a muskrat before.
Yeah, I haven't
I
either.
think
I've seen mink and otter
What if you saw me?
Or- or otter or what? No, just mink or what? No, just otter.
Yeah, just otter.
Don't know what I'm saying.
that's all right. That's all right.
Over here saying, "Oh no, I've only seen a mink," and then now I'm seeing a mink. And then,
Actually saw a weasel the other day when I was going to, or yesterday when I was going to Sleepy Creek.
that's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a one of those ground squirrels, but I got close enough to it. I was like, "That's good, man. I'm behaving tonight," and I got permission to have it. So
Dad gave him permission.
What?
mm. you want you want to you guys have any muskrats down there at all? Like in
I've never seen muskrats before.
I haven't either.
honestly.
really?
No.
Boy, if you are, I think you'd have them.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you'd think, but I just don't think we do.
I would look at if any of your farmers that you're on have any ponds or anything. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, muskrats are fun. They're pretty easy to catch and they are fun.
What are the
Muskrats. And they're tasty, very tasty. Your mama
muskrats are good?
just like a prairie dog.
Yeah, Mom. Ever?
Mom, would you like to eat a mink? It'd be a little more tastier than a.
A muskrat, dude.
I'm not talking about muskrat. I'm talking about a mink.
Oh.
Mink would be a little better than a prairie dog.
I'd trap that outdoors. You gave up chocolate for a year and it wasn't worth it. All right, I'm done. I tried. We're going back to eating. Just like that. Game over.
You tried muskrat?
I'd rather eat a prairie dog than a muskrat, to be honest.
I wouldn't.
I'll tell you what.
They're land
So,
animals and
I
they
made
eat
a
grass
muskrat
and stuff.
fry for people at work and they loved it. It's a very, very pink, tender meat. And people think they hear rat and they think it's disgusting, you're eating a rat. All it eats is vegetation and roots. A cat. They're tasty. After we eat the muskrat for the prairie
I'm
dog.
sure. I wonder what groundhog would taste like.
Probably like a muskrat.
Thank you, Mickey.
Probably.
It's a tooth and claw hat.
Yeah.
It's not ours, but
It's John Collins. He's a coyote hunter. His YouTube channel's I think Tooth and Claw TV. I think is what it's called.
yeah, I'll have to check him out.
I can put his link in the chat.
Yeah, throw a link in here. Yeah, I trap for that. I need to. I got a big sweet tooth though. That's my weakness.
So do I.
During trapping season, it'd be a game changer.
Well, what's your favorite thing to trap?
Oh, that's hard to answer.
Yeah, it's hard
Alright.
for me to answer too.
There's his
'Cause
link.
Coon trapper by heart, and that's definitely my strength. But there's something about catching a fox or a bobcat.
Yeah, I bet that is exciting. I've never done it, but hopefully I get to this season.
You will.
Well, I really can't say what my favorite is because I've only trapped coons, possums, and skunks.
Yeah, I have to.
That's my big three. That's what I catch the most of, so I get it.
So until I catch something else, then I can't say what my favorite is. I guess coming up on your trap and seeing a big 20-pound coon is cool.
Yeah, it is
Because our
cool.
coons honestly don't get much past 15. Like that seems like
Biggest one I've
the
caught.
average coon we caught this year was probably like 12 or 13 pounds. It wasn't that big,
I've caught in like a 15-pounder.
and most of them were boars.
You know that one that me and you doubled up? It's our mainspring on trapping bows.
Oh,
That one. That's when I had the horriblest trap in the world.
that was not like 15 pounds, dude. That was like 6.
The coon I caught that we doubled up on.
Yeah, that was.
That was my
summer.
biggest coon ever.
That was in the summer. That was down by our house. That was like outside of our house.
Yeah, it's right over there.
Because it was
At a walkout.
our, yeah. They were crapping all over the concrete down.
They still are.
Right our walkout door. So we trapped.
Yeah, I have a trap out there right now.
Yeah, they were doing it again. So Colt set a trap out. And he's caught, 6 or 7 out there so far?
6.
6. So
That's
guys,
crazy.
if y'all want to go check out Tooth and Claw TV, I put his link in the chat.
They are bigger than that, your dad says.
They're what?
Bigger than that, I'm assuming the coon.
No, honestly, most
the one
of them.
I caught that we doubled up on, it was more than 6 pounds.
It was in the summer, so coons don't weigh as much in the summer as
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, they're probably half their weight in the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of weight. Thanks, Never Bluffs. Appreciate it.
Tina, just
I
dog
use
food, generic dog food or cat food?
Okay, this is what I've caught all my coons on.
Thanks,
in
Patrick.
my live trap out there. I have caught, so it's cat food and this fishy stuff bait, and then the big marshmallows. What you do is you put some of that fishy stuff on the bottom of the marshmallow, and then have it down, facing down on the what do you call it? The panel that they step on and it goes. I put that at the very end of it, and then they go to grab it, and they might accidentally kind of tap it down hard, and then they get. That's probably how I've caught them. And then I put 2 marshmallows back there, and then some cat food, and then I take a stick, put some of the fishy stuff, and then I take a marshmallow and stab it onto the thing, and then put the fishy stuff on the marshmallow, and then I jab the stick in the ground, and then it's a marshmallow and the stinky stuff just floating in the air. That way it can get that scent up there.
That makes sense.
Man, he really has to drag every story out. He says
he wants to share it. I love it. No, that's
your tell story.
I don't care. I'm just giving you a hard time, Colt.
What's you tell a story?
I don't know. I don't really have any stories.
I can bring up a couple more.
I always got the wings going on, Tony.
Yeah.
What?
You got the wings going on.
Yeah, I need a haircut.
I like how my haircut is right now.
I used to rock that a lot when I was younger.
You did?
Yeah. No, I got some live traps for nuisance work, but I haven't set a whole lot of them this year just because, roofing and siding takes priority. I've turned down a lot of nuisance work this year.
Something I think I've never done is catch a skunk in a live trap.
I have.
I haven't.
And my live trap will smell like a skunk for 2 weeks, even after I wash it.
And I've caught 3 skunks in my whole trapping thingy, mabobber.
And you're trapping.
And they've all been on Duke. No, 2 of them's been on D traps, and one's been on a Duke dog purse.
Yeah, 2 of his skunks were on the same day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
That-
go live on your phone whenever you do it on your channel or your computer?
Sorry, what?
What do you go live on whenever you like?
Normally,
Probably
if
fun.
I'm going live on my wife's fancy computer.
Oh,
If you see me out in the shop, I'm here on my phone like I am now.
Colt could eat 2 dozen Oreos and drink 2 Mountain Dews. And
Andre, I knew you would eventually bring that stupid thing up.
Next gen is back.
Yeah, there he is.
It's hard.
Oh, skunks, Tina. That skunks are amazing. I love them. They're so fun.
Colt has a skunk in his room. It's just a hide.
I have a mink too.
It's real pretty.
Yeah, I have a mink. It's really soft.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 turkey feathers on my first deer ever.
Seen my skunk that I got in here?
What's that?
Have you guys ever seen the skunk that I got on the wall in here?
No.
No. I like the back of your shirt.
Hey, thanks, boss. That's just a chair. So this one here, it's really nice skunk
That's
white.
pretty.
But the reason I got it tanned, it had a white belly and knee patches.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and I'm starting to see more and more of these. So I don't know if it's like a genetic thing. But yeah, it was actual like knee patches on both sides and the
That's
belly.
really cool.
It was pretty neat. This was the first one my wife let me keep, and since then, I told her I was keeping a bunch more regardless.
Something I have noticed on arrowheads is they like making them on pretty colors.
That's Gus. Oh,
You think it's just the type of?
Yeah, what they do like making their tools out of is this is chert rock. They like making.
Otter
it
said
of,
that was Gus.
What was?
That's
Nope,
skunk.
pretty close to that.
Did he really?
Real story, you got a skunk coming. It should be what I hear when I was at Sleepy Creek yesterday. 40 days or something like that. Oh, Vicky, absolutely. Yeah, Teddy, I think it would. I'm gonna hopefully make some hats this year. Well, if I ever find the time, that's my biggest deal. It's finding the time because I don't have any of it.
I'd probably buy one because I started wearing hats not too long ago.
I like hats. Now I do now. I used to hate hats. I don't really have a hat head.
What brand of hats that one you have? Yeah, his
What?
head's about this long, about
I
this
don't
wide.
really have a hat head.
No,
I
his
don't.
head's oval shaped.
It's like an Oreo.
We call them
Watermelon
melon.
head.
We call them watermelons. Him and Dad both have a watermelon head.
It's like the shape of an Oreo.
Your dad has a jug head. That's a 5-year bucket hat.
That's bad.
That's
Not
very
nice.
true.
He got that from. Yep, you're right. Hey, that's not nice.
Can you just see? I was sitting at a sewing machine making a hat.
I'm gonna still my fingers right to it, probably. I don't know. It'd be pretty cool too. I mean, the only thing I see with hats like that for me,
PA.
realistically, here they're too much. I mean, unless you have a severe day of -20, a fur hat would be crazy warm.
Yeah, my
Yeah, it
grandpa,
would.
he bought a full coonskin hat.
Yeah.
It's oh my. It has to be below 0 to probably wear that thing.
Time for a refill.
Especially for us, we're very, what would that be called when you sweat really easy? Warm blooded or cold?
Cold blooded.
Warm blooded.
Warm blooded.
Warm blooded. I'm the same way.
Yeah,
It,
it doesn't take very
and
very
I'm
long to sweat.
Well, heck, today I was just sweating cleaning up in my room.
Yeah.
I was just sweating cleaning up my room.
I sweat eating. Okay, so it's
He gets
fine.
the meat sweats.
Yeah, you get the meat sweats.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad.
I get meat sweats too.
No, it's
Hey.
struggle because my wife and family are so cold blooded. Like they'd keep the house at 82, 83 degrees if they could.
In the
Oh, you're
house?
I think it's like 73 or 74 in our house right now.
yeah, we're upper 60s.
Upper 60s?
Yeah, and I'm still right on that borderline of sweating. But
What would be perfect for you? Like 55?
perfect for me.
Like 55 or 50?
I will go from the cutoff to a hoodie at about 50 to 55.
I'd rather be freezing than sweating.
Me too.
Blankets are a thing. That's why
You
they
can always
invented
put
them.
on more clothes, but you can't ever take off.
Yeah, you start getting in trouble for that stuff. Don, the missus is at my in-laws and will be headed Florida bound here in a few hours. So, Vicky, I like that.
I pinned your link for anyone who hasn't checked your channel out.
No, I appreciate it.
Wow, we've been at this thing for an hour and 21 minutes. That's crazy. It does not seem that long.
Right. That's why I love my lives, guys. That's why I do these so much because it's just like next thing you know, it's like, oh, it's been 2.5 hours, or we get the show already. Seems like it's been 20 minutes. So
You too, AK.
See you, AK.
AKW Forms.
take care, bud. Yeah, me too, Dawn. She's going down there to help her.
Rest of your night.
I am kidless for the next 7 days. Well, I decided now is when I'm going to finish a bunch more skunks because my wife's not here to be upset about it. So tonight and tomorrow we're going to try to do about 40 skunks, I think.
40 skunks?
Yeah. Get them finished, and then when I pick up the next fur at the tannery, I'll drop them off.
Wait, how do you finish them off? Like, how do you finish, like...
How do I finish skunks?
Party at your house, Next Gen said.
Yeah, Next Gen, come on over. You know where I'm at. You've had dinner in my kitchen. So how familiar are you with flesh and fur? But
What?
Us?
yeah, how familiar are you with flesh and?
Never done it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched y'all. I've watched you and Next Gen on how to, and I'd like to try one coon, and if I mess it up, continue maybe too.
Here's the
I
thing.
mean, you might as well learn now while fur prices are down, I guess.
So that's something I'll touch on a little bit, in my opinion. If you ever think you're gonna desire flushing fur, I would be doing it now because the prices are. But, and I wish I was kidding on this, but set aside 20 furs that you have no problem destroying, because
So like
it's
kit coons or whatever.
20 to really get the hang of it. The first, and this is the problem, because I did this. I decided one year I'm going to start finishing fur. So I finished like 10, ruined them all, and I said, screw this, I'm done. Then I sold 3. The next year, I decided I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish fur. Did the same thing. Finished 10, ruined them, and quit. The third year, I pushed past that 10 mark. I got about 20 done, and I'm like, hey, I'm starting to figure this out a little bit. And by the time I hit 50, it's just like you become so fluent and smooth.
You just glue into it?
It's really an art. I mean, you have to learn it. It's like the first time you jump behind the wheel to drive. Like, you have no idea what you're doing, but the more you do it, the better you get.
Practice makes better.
Don't plan on just 1 or 2 and get discouraged. It takes everybody a lot more than that.
How long does it take you to like skin a coon?
To skin a coon,
Yeah.
I don't ever get in a rush. I don't know, probably 4 or 5 minutes.
What
Typical.
about flushing one? How long does it take?
Probably takes a
Flesh
little
and boarding, I can flesh and board a coon in probably 7.
7 minutes.
So you're about the whole process probably takes me 12. If I was to do them all, I could probably do 5 an hour. But I don't ever do the whole process at once. It's flush them during that mid season when we got student move in or after season's over.
You just put your green hides in like a freezer and then.
Yep, I just freeze them when they're green. I throw them in the freezer. When I flush them and dry them, then they're good. You don't have to worry about anything. But she's flying down there. I'd never let her stop at your house anyway. Mark,
New
like,
PA Trapper. Miss it. Miss flushing.
hey, everyone in this chat's welcome. As long as you clean up after yourself when you leave. I know how some of you guys can be. So,
Especially
yeah. Practice makes better. I do love that, Cole.
Thank you.
Yeah, you don't worry about anything next until a freezer goes out. That can be bad. There, I'll get some light shining on me. Starting to get dark here. I'm not used to doing lives in the daylight hours.
Yeah. Here lately it's been about 10:30. You've been going live. 10.
Well, it's tough because I always, if I do lives, I try to wait for the family to go to bed.
Yeah.
Summer, you know, my wife and daughter stay up later. My boy does his own thing all the time.
Yeah, I stay up pretty late too.
Yeah.
On summers, but we go to bed at 8:30 on school nights every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes 9.
I get it. I get it.
Sometimes we get caught up in just talking, and then we go to bed. One time it was like 9:30.
Yeah. I know how it goes. I've caught myself doing lives on this thing till 12:30, 1 o'clock. Getting up at 5:30 for work, and that's not always great either.
You regret it?
Yeah, I do. But I love doing this stuff because I love talking and trapping. I love interacting, especially with you guys. Get some youth out here a little bit. So, Ruger, I'm flushing skunks tonight and skunks tomorrow. I think I'm going to try to do 5 beaver tomorrow morning. But then we're going to be roofing by 8. So, yeah.
Yeah.
First catch day, PA. I think Trapper Jay's gonna ride with me again. I'm not sure on that, but he's kind of made a tradition that he rides with me. But if
Yeah,
he
that's
does
cool.
come with me this year, and I'm not muskrat trapping, we're gonna put him to work because he's gonna be my biggest line ever if I'm not muskrat. Did you ever figure out when your guys' season opens?
No, I said I was going to look that up, and I never did. So
It's easy to get sidetracked, buddy.
we just started talking about trapping, and then
Yeah, Vicky. So I would go live with Flesh. My problem is like my phone right now is at such an angle because I got on my phone charger. It's flat, and I kind of got it propped up. But to angle it down on me, flushing, I've done it before where I've zip tied it to my charger, and then I've zip tied my charger to a 2x4 to actually shoot my. But all that stuff's
That's
sticking down.
very redneck.
Oh, I have some great redneck ingenuity.
Yeah, like tying that rebar onto your camera.
Oh, that's just scratching the surface of it, man. I mean, in high school, I held a flywheel on a small gas engine in class with duct tape. So,
then there's the raccoon season where you can in August that first it starts.
yep. And that's when, is that just nuisance stuff then? Otter Cap is November 15th for you guys.
It is?
I was thinking it was November 14th or 15th. I couldn't remember.
It's probably that Saturday, like the second or third Saturday is my guess.
Probably, yeah.
Darn, I was really hoping your guys was before mine. I'd come down there and ride along with you.
It's November 15th to January 31st.
I thought it was February 28th.
That's what Dad just said.
So November 15th
To January 31st,
I would.
2024.
What's that, bud?
It's November 15th to January 2024. Or 31st to 2024.
Yep. Pretty similar to ours. They might be extending ours through the end of February this year. I haven't heard for sure yet, but
Yeah, our deer season starts before trapping season.
yep. Ours does here too. But I would really encourage you guys, if you can, and make it work on that 15th. I mean, I really think if you guys wanted to, with the trap you got, you need to go out and catch 10 to 15 coon that first day.
Yeah.
And that comes down to the amount of land. Just because I really think if you want 100, you guys need to hit it pretty hard, pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I think it's very possible. That the thing is, and you guys will learn this as you grow, because I don't see you guys being the type that you want to hit 100 every year and be done. I see you guys always wanting to grow, improve, and get better.
Yeah.
And the more you'll do that, the more you're going to run into, and I hate to say it, but I've been there and I still am there certain times every year of, I'm done. I just don't want to do this. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. But if you have a goal, you have to find a way to push to it and make
Yeah. Push yourself to it.
do it. In that beginning of that season for you, honestly, by the end of, November 15th, so if you're able to trap that weekend, and Mom and Dad, I'm not trying to tell you guys what you need to take. Tell me to shut up if you need to. But if
Yeah,
you're
Dad.
able, 15th and 16th, just set on Saturday. I'm assuming that's a Saturday. Isn't it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Sorry, I just found out.
No, I think it's.
I just found out it was November 15th
I think
to
it's a Tuesday.
February
actually.
29th. I thought it was the January 31st.
Okay. Yeah,
But
yeah, you
it's-
got season two.
So, my bad. It's November 15th to February 3rd.
Yeah, that'd be a Tuesday.
February 29th.
Okay. So if it's a Tuesday, 15th, then 16th, 17th, 18th, you'll start. If you could start on the 19th,
Yeah.
set that weekend, and maybe I don't know what time you guys get out of class, but if you set on Friday night,
3:35.
No,
Yes, I get out 3:35.
3:40, I think.
I get out 3:35. He gets out at 3:40. Because he's going to be in 9th. I'm going to be in 4th.
okay. But I mean, between Friday or Saturday, either way, if you have a good day on Sunday, you catch 10, 12 coon, you're a tenth of your way there. Now
Yeah.
come next weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, because you're probably off, get out early, maybe on Wednesday. And you've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I would reset those traps you had out and really, really
Just go at it.
weekend catch 30 coon. If you can catch 30 coon in that weekend, just in the first 2 weeks now, you got 40% of your goal.
Yeah.
Because once
Yeah, you do.
and we get cold in that snow, it's a grind, fellas. That's tough. Those same traps that if you caught, say, 15 coon on opening day, later in the year, that mid-season with snow on the ground, those same 15 traps might produce 1 coon in 5 days. Because
With snow on the ground.
that snow just locks them up. And don't take my word for it. I want you to still go out and try, but it really slows them down. Take all this with a grain of salt. That's just my experience and what I think. But you guys aren't too far from me, so I really think it's going to be pretty similar to where you're at. But get them early, guys. Get them early if you can.
Would setting by dens after first snow would that help?
Absolutely. Because they'll still come out, but they're literally kind of just coming around and circling the bottom of the tree and kind of going back up. They're not traveling
Like out in the
them
woods.
trails
By the river.
Yeah, I mean, you might if you get a dusting of snow. Oh yeah, it's still gonna be great. But as soon as you start getting, where they're dragging their bellies and they're cold, no, they're gonna lock up pretty good till they start breeding.
When is like breeding season for raccoons?
For us here, it starts. I don't know, next gen. What would you say? Basically, the by Christmas it's starting, but it kind of runs through January. We always get kind of what they call that January thaw, where you kind of get a week or a time frame in there where the weather's actually kind of nice. You hit maybe upper 30s to low 40s. It's not nearly as cold, and that's when they're running really, really well. And maybe you guys don't get deep snow, Ellen. I don't know.
So every couple years we do.
Yeah. This
So this might be something different then. This might be completely different, and you guys are good to go all the way through. But that's something that you guys will figure out and learn on your own with just that experience, like I talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Next gen. That's when they start hitting your boxes. I'm gonna have to turn the light on in here, guys. It's getting dark enough you're not gonna see me.
We can see you with that orange shirt on pretty good, but
Good. I stand out. It's also a safety thing.
when deer season kind of comes around.
Yeah, boy, now there's a big glare on me. See, that's why I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Yeah, we're driving on. It's pretty bad up here, but
Yeah.
of course I was planning on roofing on Saturday, and now we're gonna get some rain, so that forced me to start roofing tomorrow. Oh well. So 18 traps apiece. You got a half dozen Duke 550s. You want 100 coon.
Yeah.
That's very doable, boys. I'm looking forward to this.
See you next gen.
Oh yeah, next gen. Let me know how the FGA is. I know Ben from Sleepy Creek sent me a text. He's up there already, so have a good trip up there, bud. Ruger, you're already married. Stop. Yeah, Vicky, I'll bet in Tennessee you don't get much snow. Probably not a whole lot over there. So you want to get the coyote?
Yeah.
Do you guys got any fox around?
Yeah, occasionally we'll see a fox. We're starting to see more foxes around here. Those 3 light bulbs have been out for 2 years.
Otter? They're not out. I just turned them off to take the glare out. But it still doesn't work anyway. So, well, is there anything else you want to think about talking about before we get off here?
Do y'all have very many armadillos up there?
We do not have any.
Really?
I've heard of like 2 down south of where I work, like another half an hour. Like they do not cross into Iowa at all. If they do, they're trucks and stuff.
We've started seeing quite a few.
We started seeing quite a few. We went south, like southern Missouri, on vacation, and we saw. Oh, there was a ton of armadillos down there.
Probably almost 50 armadillos killed on the side of the road.
They're a cool looking animal, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
They
like
have
a possum on a half shell. That's what Dad says.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like a possum with a shell.
It's a tactical assault possum. That's a little better. No, we don't. We don't have any of them. I saw a bunch of them when I went to Texas hog hunting in high school, but other than that, I've never seen one. "69 miles west of Nashville." Okay, Vicky. They'll tear your yard up. I don't doubt it, Teddy. I
Yeah,
don't
I've
doubt
heard they root a bunch of stuff up.
Yeah, they
it.
probably do.
Skunks will tear your yard up also.
They will. Wait, how
Oh,
do they do that?
they do. They just root. They just dig, start looking for grubs, and you'll come out and you'll have like the piece of sod is flipped up and a bunch of dirt's moved and stuff. And,
Kind of like a mole does.
of a golf course in a way.
Kind of like
I
a
have
mole does.
Pest Hunter, are you still watching?
similar.
I think we're gonna do a mole trapping video sometime.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
It's my grandpa.
my grandpa's like
He has 6 mole traps.
he's pretty good at mole trapping.
He got another one. It was like a good one. It's like a $45 one.
Nice.
It's like a tube. It's like a 4-way, I think, and you shove it in the ground, and then you put it by their run. I think. I'm not for sure though. And it goes through, and then it goes in the middle, and there's just like this thing where it goes on top of him, and then
He definitely is.
TA's a mole king.
I had a guy call me about some pocket gophers the other day. And I loaned him some stuff to mess with that. We got a few moles around here, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, he had a vole or two.
My trapping line.
He had some voles around his strawberry raised bed. Did he ever
Yeah.
get those?
No.
I didn't. Yeah.
He set out a mouse trap for him.
Voles are hard on stuff to do.
Yeah.
Do they pump up or they just
What?
voles? I've never seen.
I don't think they do.
I've seen them eat moles.
They eat moles.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, well, they eat them when they're dead, so I don't know if they would when they're alive.
Oh.
But and you can see where they've ate them. Oh. Anything else you guys got?
No, we just no, not really.
No. Are you how on a scale of 1 to 10? How excited are you guys for this season?
10.
Yeah, probably a 9, honestly.
9.5.
That's awesome.
I'm ready to hit that one big one.
I'll get.
0,
It'll be
0.
it'll be a 10 whenever
I hit that one
whenever
big
we get
1,
closer
0,
to trapping
0.
season. I just haven't processed everything.
Yeah. No, I get it. For me right now, I'm sitting at about a 7.5, maybe an 8. But as soon as I get my first convention, it's game on. You get stuff like this all day long, and then there's traps and there's supplies and different, demos and stuff, and it's just game on. But yeah, like your mom said there, I encourage you boys, go out there and find the land. And I got you guys on Instagram. Let me know how it's going. I want to know. I want to see how things are going, how you're progressing. Show me what you got. If you pick up another 100-acre piece here, 50, 20, 300. Yeah, and I want to see you guys do this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. Nice, Otter Cat. That's funny. But well, guys, I'm probably gonna bail out of here. Been an hour and 45 minutes.
Goodness.
Isn't that crazy how fast that goes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like 30 minutes.
We'll have to do this again. We'll set up some time. We'll do this every now and then between here and season, and because this is the time I can do my lives, because during season gets here, I just don't have the time for them. But
yeah,
keep our spirits alive with trapping and share some stories and ideas, and this will be awesome. This will be fun. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate the first collab, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, absolutely, Lori. No problem. No problem. You guys all take care, and
Okay, you too.
yeah, you guys have a good night, and you guys seriously go out there and start finding that ground, guys.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for the advice you gave us.
Anytime, buddy. Reach out with any question. Honestly, I'll give you the best to my knowledge, which probably is not always the best, but to my knowledge. So, all right, we'll see you guys.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Bye.